Consider this chilling question. What would World War III look like, and how would it affect the world? Pondering this isn't about fear-mongering or morbid curiosity. It's about preparedness, prevention, and understanding the potential magnitude of such a catastrophic event. Over the next few minutes, we'll traverse a hypothetical timeline that leads us to World War III, exploring the unimaginable consequences should such a conflict ever arise. Now brace yourselves as we dive into this hypothetical timeline. Every conflagration begins with a spark. What could be the spark for World War III? In the intricate dance of global politics, tensions can escalate rapidly, often without warning. These geopolitical pressures can act as the spark that ignites a global conflict. From territorial disputes to ideological differences, the triggers are many and varied. The unpredictability of these developments makes them potent catalysts for large-scale confrontations. Yet it's not just political tensions that could fuel the fire. Resource scarcity, another potential trigger, is becoming increasingly prevalent. As our planet's natural resources dwindle, competition intensifies. Water, oil, arable land, these are no longer just commodities but potential flashpoints for conflict. Moreover, the rapid pace of technological advancement could also play a role. From cyber warfare to artificial intelligence, technology is reshaping the battlefield in unprecedented ways. This brave new world of warfare, where conflicts can be sparked in the digital realm, adds a layer of complexity to an already volatile mix. But it's important to remember that these potential triggers are as unpredictable as they are complex. Just as a spark can ignite a fire, so too can these elements set off a chain reaction, leading to World War III. A simple spark can ignite an uncontrollable fire. Now let's see how this fire could spread. Once ignited, how would the fire of World War III spread across the globe? Like a deadly game of dominoes, the escalation of conflicts could trigger a chain reaction. The first domino to fall might be a regional dispute, but as alliances are tested and loyalties are strained, the conflict could quickly spread. As nations are drawn into the fray, the stakes multiply, and the world becomes a chessboard of power plays. But the dominoes don't stop falling there. From the pillars of Wall Street to the bustling markets of Shanghai, the world's economies could take a hit. The machinery of global finance would shudder as the dominoes of trade and commerce toppled. Economic collapse would not be a localized phenomenon, it would ripple across continents, leaving no corner of the globe untouched. The next dominoes to fall could be societies themselves. As resources become scarce and tensions rise, communities might be uprooted, and the fabric of societies could fray. The impacts of such a global conflict would reach far beyond the battlefield. The ripple effects would touch every aspect of life, from the food on our tables to the technology in our hands. In the end, the domino effect of World War III would serve as a stark reminder of just how interconnected our world has become. We are more entwined than ever before, and the fallout of such a conflict would reverberate around the globe. In such a war, no nation stands alone. The impacts would be felt globally. In the aftermath of World War III, what would be left of our world? Picture, if you will, a globe scarred by the ravages of unimaginable conflict, where once thriving cities lie in ruins and once fertile lands are rendered barren. The environmental devastation would be profound and far-reaching, but it's not just about the physical loss. Consider the staggering loss of life, the countless souls extinguished in the blink of an eye. The survivors, those fortunate or perhaps unfortunate enough to endure, would face a world irrevocably changed. Societal structures could crumble as the very fabric of our civilization unravels. Now let's take a moment to think about technology, that double-edged sword. Our world today is defined by technological advancement. But in the wake of World War III, we may face a technological regression. The tools and systems that we've come to rely on could be lost, setting us back decades, if not centuries. The long-term impacts, they're not just about rebuilding what was lost. It's about dealing with the scars, the trauma, the collective memory of a world at war. The road to recovery would be long and fraught with challenges. World War III would be a disaster of unprecedented scale. It's a future we must strive to prevent. Because remember, this is not just a story about destruction. It's a tale of survival, resilience, and hopefully, prevention. In our journey through this grim hypothetical, what are the key takeaways? We've explored potential triggers that could ignite a global conflict, the domino effect of escalating tensions, and the widespread impacts of such a war. We've also delved into the long-term aftermath, painting a sobering picture of a world changed irrevocably. It's a sobering thought, World War III. But by contemplating the unthinkable, we can better understand the importance of peace and strive towards a future free from such devastation.